It is Tuesday, December 30th, and this is the first time that we're doing this video right now. No, I'm just kidding. We had some technical difficulties a little bit earlier, but welcome to Cool FM Live, as we are live on this Tuesday before New Year's. As we broke the news last week, Sierra Vista Mayor Clea McCaa will not be seeking re-election for the office of Sierra Vista Mayor, which is giving us the opportunity to speak with those who are and will be running for the office. Today, we check in with the Sierra Vista Mayor Pro Tem and City Councilwoman Carolyn Flowers on this episode of Jeff Davenport Live, brought to you by the Morse Automotive Group. Sierra Vista and Cochise County are backed by Morse. Before I introduce her again, as a note of transparency, over the coming political season, we will do our best to ask the mayoral candidates the same questions, kind of keeping the same format, as to be fair, to allow them all to answer the questions as they see fit. Carolyn, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
It's so good to see you.
It's great
and
to be here.
Thanks so much for taking the time to be here with us today. Obviously, you broke some news yourself, and what is that news?
That I'm running for mayor.
Yay! Yeah. We're so excited about that. And before we discuss, and that's not like really breaking news, you broke that several days ago before Christmas. But before we discuss what you'd like to do as mayor and why you're running, I want to talk about your time on City Council. How long have you been serving on the Sierra Vista City Council?
In January, I'll be starting my 8th year.
That's incredible. Is that one of the longest City Council terms that we've had in recent years? Or, I mean...
Oh, maybe. Well, Bob Blanchard was on for, I think, over 20 years.
Okay.
But Rick Mueller certainly was,
well, true. Yeah.
Our longest running mayor.
As the mayor, that's true. When you add his mayoral time and the council time.
I think he had 2.5 terms on council before his 3 terms as mayor.
Yeah.
But yeah, longer than a Hollywood marriage.
Yeah, my goodness. Without a doubt, that 8 years there, that is something absolutely remarkable. And when did you gain the title of Mayor Pro Tem? And what does that exactly mean for people who don't know?
Right, because it's Latin and a lot of people don't know. I spend a lot of time just explaining what it means. It's our term for vice mayor or deputy mayor, and it's by appointment. So I'm elected as a council member, and then the mayor who's elected chooses who they want their pro tem to be, and then the council signs off on it by voting and making it official. And it's every 2 years, so I've been appointed twice.
And duties of a mayor pro tem, what does that include?
So when the mayor can't be there to run our council meetings, our work sessions, I run those meetings. If he can't make it to an event, present like Eagle Scout Awards, we present these awards from the city. Sure. I've had to do a few of those because he had other obligations, and that's anytime he can't be there, I have to. Or if he doesn't want to be there, I have to fill in.
I've been at events where you were filling in and reading the proclamation on his behalf and things like
stuff like that.
I've been emceeing that, so that's obviously another thing that you do as the vice mayor, deputy mayor, mayor pro tem.
Right.
We get to learn Latin today on Jeff Davenport Live. How exciting is that? What would you see as some of the major accomplishments? Obviously, you've been with the city council 8 years. What are some of the major accomplishments or goals that you've seen that have affected Sierra Vista in such a positive way during your time on the council?
Right. Well, just recently, I chair the Metropolitan Planning Organization, and that's not recent. That's been since I was reelected 2023. And we brought in the first time we ever hosted the Rural Transportation Conference here in Sierra Vista in our region. And it brought in over 300 people from all over the state. I felt like that was a huge accomplishment because in past years, between us and SEGO, we chose not to do it because we couldn't find a venue large enough. Luckily, we were able to partner with the Arizona Regional Economic Development Foundation because they now acquired the Community Innovation Center.
Yeah, the big building there.
It's good, and they've been doing wonders with it. So yeah, it was a great partnership, and that's something very recent that I'm very proud of. And hosting that. I also, right after getting elected in 2018, one of the first big votes we had was, the city staff brought a proposal that would raise refuse rates and fees across the board. And I asked them some questions that caused us to do a deep dive into the refuse fund, find out why we were losing money. And we were able to correct that and not raise the fees that didn't make sense to raise. make a rate increase that made sure that it was sustainable and, yeah, stopped hemorrhaging funds from the, because it's run like a business, the enterprise fund. Yeah.
Which is huge. You know, thinking about those, and that's just a couple of accomplishments, just, you know,
Yeah,
that you've thought of.
Very proud of.
And again, looking at your life aside from city council, what other areas and what other ways do you serve here in Sierra Vista? What other things are you a part of?
Yeah. So as a council member, I also serve as a city council liaison for the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Okay.
The Neighborhoods Commission used to be called the West End Commission. The Tourism Commission, the Arts and Humanities and Cultural Diversity Commission, and I'm the liaison for the Sierra Vista Industrial Development Authority. I also am a board member representing Sierra Vista on SEGO, the Southeastern Arizona Government Association, and a board member for Upper San Pedro Partnership, and the mayor's on there with me. Or I guess I'm on there with him, really.
Yeah.
And I also am a board member representing our region on the Rural Transportation Advocacy Council and on the Military Communities Council with the National League of Cities and Towns.
What does it mean to serve in this town to you? What is that word service? That is part of city council. People do not get into city council or running for mayor for the money. They don't do it.
That's certainly true.
They don't. I mean, for those who don't know, it is not a full-time pay.
Right.
It is nothing like that. But it was so what is it about you that
is
shows
so
that
true.
you wanted to serve?
I'm glad you mentioned that because anyone who's on council now or in the past will tell you definitely have to find something within to do it for, rather than just because you're never gonna be satisfied with the payment. But it's nice that we get something.
Of course.
It's really I think it's, and you've been married a long time, so you're gonna understand that when you love something and someone you take care of them, you take care of it. And I love Sierra Vista. I love its community. I love all the people here. This is my home. So this is how I saw I could take care of what I love.
And being plugged in that way,
serving,
and being a part of that, and all the major accomplishments. Carolyn Flowers running for Sierra Vista Mayor, breaking that news a few days ago, but now having a chance to talk with her here on Jeff Davenport Live, brought to you by the Morse Automotive Group. During your most recent time here, your most recent last couple of years serving on city council, what has it been like serving with Mayor Clea McCaa? And because you get to do it in a different way than many of the other council people do, and in what ways would your leadership style be different than his?
Well, that's a good question. But I have been able, it's been a real honor. I get to work closely with him, collaborate with him, and city staff and fellow council members. And him and I don't always agree, right? But I think that's really healthy.
Isn't that important?
In local government, in any government, right?
Yeah.
You have to have the checks and balances. But I think my leadership style is, I've always prided myself on putting the community's priorities first, and making sure that I lead with openness and transparency, encourage collaboration, make sure that what we're moving forward with has the community buy-in, and because really you're not going to make it very far if you don't have the community's support and interest. So it's all about active listening, because it's more than just running a meeting. You have to be able to listen and bring people together.
You absolutely do. How has your time on city council prepared you to take this step to run for mayor?
Oh, sure. Well, because our mayor he's very busy, and so I had the opportunity to run several meetings, quite a few meetings, that I had never done that before, and you just get better at like being thrown into it, right? And also he appointed me to, the mayor makes all the liaison appointments. So he appointed me to the Sierra Vista Metropolitan Planning Organization, and asked me to be the chair, which helped me get ready for those meetings I ran later. And that, and also filling in for those events like you mentioned, I believe that's what has helped me feel prepared to do this now.
And what do you see as the current pressing challenges for things that are affecting Sierra Vista in a negative way right now? And if elected mayor, what are we going to do to address these particular challenges
Well,
to our community?
right. And so I think, one is revenue. Our sales revenue has been stagnant. That's been all year. It wasn't just during the government shutdown. So that's an issue that we're going to have to navigate in the future, because I think except for during the recession, we got used to a nice steady incline and we could count on that. But it has not been the case this past year. There's also a revenue issue with the revenue we get from the state for our roads, our infrastructure. That is sadly just so inadequate. And it's for multiple reasons. And one is that, we have heavier cars on the road now that don't pay into the gas tax, which is the only thing funding the HERF, or the Highway User Revenue Fund, that pays for the street maintenance and preservation. And so we need everyone to pay their fair share, which means EVs, hybrid vehicles, still pay into that fund. It helps pay for the roads that they're already using. And that's something I'm advocating for moving forward as the board member of RTAC, the Regional Transportation Advocacy Council, and as mayor, definitely have more leverage and more pool. It's a lot easier to walk into a room and say, hey, this is a real problem. We need you to address it and fix it now. And that's something that has to be fixed at a state level.
And how would you, as mayor of Sierra Vista, be able to do that at a state level?
Right. So luckily, I've been friends with our state legislatures. They're very easy to get a hold of. I can always just show up and they'll meet with me. And I have been able to get us appropriations for, most recently, Theater Drive, that desperately needs like sidewalks all the way down, and just water mitigation issue. There's a lot of flooding down there. So that was through the relationships we built, and bringing that project to Gail Griffin, David Gower, and Lube Diaz, and them supporting us. Yeah.
Fantastic. As you're running for mayor, are you able to maintain your status as being on all those different different areas,
Yeah.
or do you need to step back from those to run for mayor?
Right. So because my term on council would be up this is the last year on council, I don't have to resign to run. I know that's had to be, Rachel Gray had to do that in the past, Rick Mueller had to do that in the past, but they had terms that would go beyond the 2 years. So so I don't have to resign. I don't have to step back. But I did.
She'll still be a part of the commissions and everything.
Right. I do have a little more on my plate right now, because it was a weird year and we were short 2 council members for a while until we got those appointments filled. And then we had new council members, and everyone has jobs. And so being that when I was appointed, I decided to stop taking new customers. I'm a small business owner. I was actually, because when at the end of last year, I told my customers I'm going to close the doors. I've been open since 2009, and but I felt like the mayor pro tem job, it needed more of my time, and I wanted to give it to that. And I had a very supportive. Luckily, my family is super supportive, so I was able to do that, and I don't have to step back from an obligation.
Interesting. Well, before we close, just hanging out with Carolyn Flowers here today on Cool FM Live. I would love for you to just talk to the folks here that are watching us, and about the holidays, or anything else that you want to bring up, just addressing the community. The floor is yours, my friend.
Yeah, thanks for having me again, and for Cool FM for sponsoring this, and for sharing my initial video when I was trying to make an announcement with all the holidays happening, and we couldn't meet up right away, and I appreciate that. And for all of you taking the time to watch this and tune in, I'm grateful for the community for supporting me and encouraging me, and my friends and family, my husband who's watching right now, and my children. My whole family's been wonderful. My friends have been wonderful, and I've been meeting with a lot of them, and I heard a couple things I heard something said a couple times that I was like, ugh. I just want to make something really clear. While I think I am ready to do the role of mayor, I'm ready to be in that position. I don't think I deserve it. I think just like in 2018 and 2022, I have to earn your vote just like that, just the same. It's still on me to work hard to make sure that everyone knows who I am, what I stand for, and how hard I want to work for them. And so I just wanted to make that clear. Also, if you're still watching, maybe you're interested enough in running for council because we have 4 council seats this year. And that's unusual, right? So we usually only have 3 at a time, but we have a 4th seat that's open, and it's a 2-year term. And you still have to do all the work that we have to do collecting signatures, which is really the hardest part. But if you do it, then you can serve your city. And we need at least 1 more person. There's only 3 people right now running for the 4 council seats. So that's just a call to action. If anybody knows anybody willing to do that. And yeah, I hope everyone feels they can reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you if you have any questions, and I hope to earn their vote over the next year.
And again, an interview like this just barely scratches the surface of
Right.
what you are, what plans you have for this city. This is just to introduce you or reintroduce you to Carolyn Flowers here and let you know that she is available. She's always very kind. I see her in public a lot and very approachable, and people can go up and talk and ask her questions because, you know, just like with all the city council, the things that you guys deal with, it encompasses so much. Sierra
Right.
Vista, for as much as we like to think of this as we're just a small town and just hunky-dory, there's a lot of things that need to happen in order to make this small town run.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it is the city council, the crew who are currently serving, and the mayor working with the city council, city manager, everybody at the city to be able to put something like this together and keep things running in an orderly fashion. And to take that step to want to be mayor is something I know you don't take lightly, and I know that none of those who are running or will be running take lightly either, and that's why we're excited to talk to you and so glad to talk to you. And I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. And
I forgot to mention one thing, and I feel like this is, I keep getting reminded how important this is. I was formerly Carolyn Umphrey, and I was elected as Carolyn Umphrey twice, so this ballot will be different because I got married. So Carolyn Flowers, same person as Carolyn. I'm the same person, just got married.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
No, it's true. It's good to remind people. I think when they see your face, they know, oh, that's Carolyn.
Yeah,
yes, we know Carolyn. So anyway, well, again, thank you so much for your time, and Happy New Year. Looking at 2026, what an exciting year ahead that we have in store for us here in Sierra Vista because of people like Carolyn and everybody who's running for mayor right now, as well as you watching this video, sharing this video around. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Jeff Davenport Live, brought to you by the Morse Automotive Group. Sierra Vista and Cochise County are backed by Morse. It is amazing to watch those people who are so dedicated to this community that they say, I will get involved with very, with little recognition or little pay to be able to say, yes, this is something I do because I care. I care about the city. And if you care about your city and you would like to step up in a way like that, just like what Carolyn said, there's opportunities that are available for you to do that. Learn more when you talk to Carolyn or talk to anybody running for mayor or the current council and get an idea for what they do and how they help our city run day to day. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sharing. Have a great day, everybody. We will check in with you again later on. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Great job.